Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's Atlanta taking on team. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Al Leiter. What's the word on him?
Boo, he's a guy that takes great care of himself because he wants to finish every game he starts. I think for any lineup that faces him, you've got to try to have lengthy at-bats and run up that pitch count. Anything to help get him out of the game early.
About to get started here. In half up to hit. And we're underway in Denver. Fouled off left side. Oh, and 2 now. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Leiter. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
The 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander at the plate. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
That's a ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out and the inning is over. Back here at Coors Field. And on the mound in this one, Tom Glavine. What do you have on him?
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Has room, and he makes the catch. Here's Mike Trout. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-1. Out front, rip foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
And now in half. Half lays off. And the inning is over. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Digging in, Eddie Murray. This one popped up. Rollins settles under this one. And a quick out, number one. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Aaron Judge.
You know, Boo, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Here's Baez. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Got him swinging. Back here in Denver, here's Max Muncy. Muncy looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Pete Alonso.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Alonso in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Here comes the 0-1. On to Murray, and quickly one away in the second. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Anthony Santander. That one carrying. Off the rocks and out of here. A home run. A soaring shot to center. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. Now at the plate, Jackie Robinson. McGee on the move. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Victor Martinez. The next to hit takes ball 1. And that is that. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Victor Martinez.
You know, this group of hitters definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Toss to Alonso. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Willie McGee. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
We've seen him struggle with pitch selection today, and they've swung at pitches out of the zone too many times already. This game just started. Need to lay off of those tough pitches.
That's a base hit. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time.
Batting ninth, second baseman.
One gone, runner at first. Now it's the second baseman. Hey!
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside.
Ball 2.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And it's second. That one fouled off, 2-2. Pitch kicks away. Catcher has it, fires to first. Runner on third after the stolen base, even with the dropped strike 3. So the lineup flips over. Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. Struck out swinging his first time. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Huge. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Michael Garcia. Left field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Pull, that's inside.
Here's a 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. McGee takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Mickey Mantle. He popped out to the catcher his first time. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Man on second, 2 down. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A 2-run blast, and they add on. It's 3-0. At the plate, Ian Happ. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And there's a fly ball deep right field, carrying well. And it is gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. So 2 down. So now Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso, former second-round pick out of the University of Florida. This one smoked on its way out of here. They've hit another, and they add to their lead. It's 5-0. Next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
That's a base hit, and the hits just keep on coming.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Santander coming home. The relay to the plate. He'll score, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Martinez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit. Here comes Jackie flying around third. He will score. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming.
Dive in, gets down, could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay in there safely.
Everything came together for him. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Next to hit, Jimmy Rollins.
Look how good these offenses are. There's a lot of ball game left.
Outside low. Now 1-2.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's 9-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
He was all over that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now a chance for Mickey Mantle, and that will end the inning. Back here at Coors Field, out of the fourth.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Strike 2. Robinson whips it to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Anthony Santander now at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Santander, 29 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Correa up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. And the batter now, Eddie Murray. He popped out his first time.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Comes up empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through it for the K. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this. Back here in Denver, bottom of the 4th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
The 0-2. Now a screamer into the outfield. Takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Happ in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. On the ground to the left, Baez. To first, already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 down, bases empty. The polar bear, as he was dubbed by his former teammate Todd Frazier.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
0-1. A sliding stop. Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty. Ready now for the fifth inning. Aaron Judge at the plate. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, these players, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
One away.
So, based on those first pitch numbers and how often they lead to outs, it's easy to see why maybe they should be a little more patient with their approach moving forward.
Baez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Hit on the ground to short. Toss to Alonso, and the first two set down to the top of the fifth. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Victor Martinez. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings and misses, and that is that. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Siggy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have Philadelphia.
Got
Yeah.
a shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolute. Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. So, man aboard. Now, here is Jackie Robinson. In the air, right field. Judge should have this one. And there's one away.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Michael Garcia, the next to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Inside.
Should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.